This dude went from being a hobo that rode freight trains to creating a meditation that makes you transcend dimensions, and ended up having the CIA be his biggest client. And people do not talk about him enough. Now, aside from transcending dimensions, the UCLA study also shows that this preserves and creates gray matter in your brain, which leads to you being stronger minded, smarter, not getting things like Alzheimer's. There's a lot of cool stuff here, but it kind of hurts your head. So if you are doing Gateway and you're getting bad headaches, it means it's working, and they don't last long. Mine were a week and I was good. So before my old channel got taken down, I was talking about sleep learning. People like Pythagoras, Tesla, Einstein, they all experienced this. They'd have dreams and a being would talk to them and give them ideas that would turn into very helpful inventions for humanity. Same thing happened to this guy, Robert Monroe. So he basically had a bright orb start talking to him in his sleep and explaining how to do this. It happened 9 times over 6 weeks. And that was his first out-of-body experience. And this is what taught him how to create this meditation. It's called hemispheric synchronization. It's a binaural beat. It'll play a sound in one ear and a different sound in the other, causing your brain to create a third sound, harmonizing the two. What this does is your brain sends out electromagnetic impulses, or electro impulses, every time you think, and this syncs up both sides of your brain with their impulses, so when they meet at the brainstem, it's hitting at the exact same time. That was a lot of words, but it makes your brain work together and puts you in a very weird state of consciousness. I've done this meditation a lot. There's not words for what this feels like, but everybody should try it. It has something for everybody. And he basically says that it's like a on-ramp from the local road to the interstate. It allows you to go full steam ahead. That's the wording in the article. But basically what he's saying is that it's like it opens a channel in your head. I've had my aunts do this. I've had my mom, dad, tons of people do this, and they feel more open. My aunt is very Christian, and she said it was like it opened a channel to the Holy Spirit. But no matter what you believe, it will get you to it. And it could all be in your head. It really doesn't feel like it's in my head, or anyone else's for that fact. I've never talked to someone that thought that it was their imagination. What you experience doing this is extremely profound. And like I said, there's something for everybody. So let's talk about gray matter. Now, the first thing is a study from UCLA found that meditation potentially can preserve gray matter in your brain. They looked at people who didn't meditate and people who did for about 20 years and found out that the meditating group had a substantial amount of gray matter, or more gray matter in their brain than anyone else did that didn't meditate. Now, the next thing was a lady at Harvard did the same study and got very similar results, and she found that people who had meditated for 7 to 9 years consistently had way more gray matter in very different parts of the brain, especially sensory regions. So kind of makes sense with how it sends you out of your body. It's all, it's your senses. Next, she had a group start meditating that had never done it before, and they did what's called assisted meditation. That is the gateway process, the binaural beat that helps you meditate. Their brains literally evolved to become stronger and thickened. I mean, you guys can literally, this is like working out for your brain. You should all do this. If you don't want to transcend dimensions and shit, feed your noggin something good at least. Now, it says right here, getting headaches is the most common side effect. That did happen to me. After about the 3rd or 4th day of doing it, I had such a bad headache. I woke up at 3 a.m. I crawled on all fours into my shower, turned it on full blast, and I laid there. I've never laid down in the shower before, but I was hurting really bad. The next day it happened again. It wasn't as bad, and as it kept going, the headaches slowly got better, and then all of a sudden they stopped, and they have not returned. So if you guys do this and you have a splitting headache or lots of just pain, it's normal and it's good for you, and it's making your brain stronger. I don't think we take care of our brain enough, so again, try this. Do this meditation. Now, this meditation is actually what led me to TikTok. I went in there, and after it took 10 or 15 days, I got results. It was like I left my body. I'm looking at myself laying down, and it tripped me out. It scared me. But I kept moving forward, and I met a being. I don't know if it was in my head. I will say that all day, but it doesn't feel like it. And this being told me that my purpose here is to help people wake up. That was basically the exact wording. And these conversations you have are normally very cryptic and secretive. This is the one time ever I got clear answers on what I was looking for. Now, this being tells me you're here to help awaken people. And I asked, how am I supposed to do that? And it said, put your phone in front of your face and talk. It was that simple. I've asked so many profound questions, and I get answered in riddles and poems, and I was upfront told, this is what you do and this is how it will work. My TikTok blew up. I may have just gotten my account banned, but it landed me on a TV show which is coming out on the 20th, or a Bobby Bones podcast. But point being, it worked, and it led me exactly where I needed to be, and my life has changed for the better in just about every way I can think. Every time I did this meditation, I would be forced to confront a trauma I didn't want to deal with. I survived a public shooting, never really dealt with that, took a lot of psychiatric meds, did a lot of therapy, none of it worked. 2 months of the gateway process, I don't feel like the same person that went through that. I can talk about it openly without, having a panic attack or crying or something. I mean, that shit fucked me up. We're good. This meditation works, and if you're not just trying to get something out of it, do it for your brain. It's good, and it will help you heal as a person. And this will be the center point of my channel until I die. I want everybody to do this. Now, another thing this meditation does is kind of force a perspective on you, and it's not a bad one. It's really just to love people more and be better. But these beings, they'll tell you exactly what you need to hear, and sometimes it's not so, they don't give it to you on a pillow. They'll tell you straight up, this is what you do, and this is how it affects people. And it's not like your friend telling you, hey, don't do that. It's like, it makes you feel their perspective, and it makes you feel the other side of your immoral actions, and it makes you be better. But again, we're on reason number 6. You guys should try this. Be a better person. There's something here for everybody, and I will talk about this shit until I die. But I love you guys all. I've worked a ton of doubles in a row, so I'm sorry I didn't have a ton of research out for a video, but I will have a good one tomorrow and every day after that. Thank you guys. I love you.